Your iPhone can do way more than you think. Today we're uncovering some incredibly useful iPhone tips. I believe you'll discover at least one feature that you didn't know existed. Let's dive in. In iOS 26, starting simple but powerful, screenshots with visual intelligence. Let's say you're browsing in iOS 26, searching the web for tech gadgets, scrolling through countless images. When you see something you want to know more about, take a screenshot. Zoom in on that item, circle it with your finger, then slide up from the bottom, browse where to buy it, or get more information about that particular item. If you're running iOS 26 and don't see this option, go to Settings, General, Screen Capture, and toggle on Full Screen Previews. Or you can simply go to Spotlight Search and type in Full Screen Previews and go straight to it. By the way, this great little AirFly product is perfect if you're a frequent flyer and wish you could use your AirPods to listen to in-flight movies. Just plug it into your headphone jack and you'll get Bluetooth access for your AirPods. I'll put a link in the description below for this one. Another new hidden setting in iOS 26 is the ability to launch visual intelligence with your action button. This feature uses Apple's AI to analyze what's on your screen, and just like the screenshot feature that we just discussed, you can see where to buy it or provide more information. To set this up, open Settings, select Action Button, scroll over to Visual Intelligence, and now your action button will open the camera with just the options below to either search for the item or ask AI or ChatGPT for more information on that item. There is yet one more way to utilize Apple's visual intelligence. Simply hold down your camera button and it will open the same controls. Again, circle the image and search for more information on the product you see. This feature utilizing the camera button is a feature of iPhone 16 and above. And this camera control action provides a dedicated shortcut to quickly launch Apple's visual intelligence. If you don't like this button launching from your camera, go to Settings, Camera, Camera Control, scroll down to the bottom and look for Launch Visual Intelligence, and toggle off, press and hold. This next tip is a great way to make old and new photos come alive. This is an example of what your photos can look like in 3D, and it doesn't have to be a recent photo. There's actually two things going on here. One is 3D effect, and the other, it looks like I was in the park alone, but I definitely was not. First, iOS 26 allows you to click this tiny icon and add a 3D spatial scene effect to it. And this works for old photos and new photos alike. The best photo candidates are those with a good foreground versus background, but you're invited to try multiple photos to see the result. To make it look like I was alone at Centennial Park, allow me to revert this photo back to the original state and start over. The cleanup was easy. Just select the tool icon at the bottom, choose Cleanup, and most of the people in this photo can be eliminated like this. The others just take a few extra swipes. Now it looks like I'm alone in the park. And now you can click on the spatial scene again, and there's the 3D image. Speaking of photos, this next tip is perfect if you need to protect someone's identity that didn't give you permission. When you want to protect someone's identity, this blur feature is your friend. In Photos, click the toolbar at the bottom, select the cleanup tool, circle their face with your finger, and iOS will pixelate their face. This is perfect for public posts where you don't have permission to show a person's face. If you love global hits, this next option is really cool. In iOS 26, open Apple Music, tap the lyrics icon at the bottom, and toggle Translate Lyrics. It shows both the original and the translated lines. Perfect for finally understanding what your favorite song says. I tried this on some older songs and wasn't so successful. And what I learned is that one of the primary reasons that some of those old favorites may not be translated yet is that Apple's new feature requires music labels and distributors to submit official, high-quality translations. This approach offers more accuracy and preserves the original artistic intent, but it also creates a significant obstacle for older music. Here's another great tip. iOS 26 introduces a new feature. Now you can use your AirPods for live translation. Just simply click on them to start, and then as you continue in your conversation, iOS will translate each other's words and verbalize it back to you through your AirPods. I think that's pretty cool. Currently, this feature is available for those speaking English, French, Spanish, German, or Portuguese, provided both parties are using AirPods 4 or AirPods Pro 2 or later. Watch Apple updates as more languages become available. Speaking of AirPods, now you can just click and take a photo using your AirPods. Just open the camera app, pose your shot, and single press with your AirPods stem. This works with AirPods 4 or AirPods Pro 2 and later. No need for timers or selfie sticks. This feature will give you an automatic 3-second countdown, so you'll have enough time to click the AirPods and remove them from your ear. Set this up in Settings, AirPods, Camera Control, click Camera Remote, and choose between press once or press and hold. If you hate cycling through unwanted modes using your camera button, you'll love this. Go to Settings, Camera, Camera Control at the top, and click Customize under Controls. Now let's deselect every mode except let's keep the zoom option. Now your camera opens clean and distraction-free, great for quick shots or when handing off your phone to someone else. Apple has made it even easier in iOS 26 to prevent our children from seeing inappropriate photos or videos on their iPhone. iOS 26 offers communication safety on your child's Apple device. With this setting on, it blurs nudity, whether they receive a photo or a video on an iPhone, an iPad, a Mac, an Apple Watch, or an Apple Vision Pro, and whether it comes from a text message or AirDrop or FaceTime call. Apple doesn't receive any indication that this occurred and doesn't get access to the photos or videos, as this is all done on the device running the latest iOS versions. If your child uses an iPhone or iPad, this is a must. In Settings, go to Screen Time, Communication Safety, and toggle it on. It automatically blurs photos and videos on this device, and Apple never sees or stores the data. It's all local and private. You can also click the Learn More button to read all about this safety setting. By the way, you can prevent AirDrops from strangers by going to Settings, General, AirDrop, and select Contacts Only. This will help ensure your child's safety. I love knowing how much time I have left to charge my phone when I'm in a hurry. Now you can plug in your iPhone, go to Settings, Battery, and it will show you how much time remains to 80%. And also how long it will take to charge to your preset limit. If your preset limit is at 100, it will show here. If you selected a lower amount, such as 90% like I use, that will also show. Since I personally set my charge limit to 90%, my battery health maximum capacity has stayed at 100% for the past year. This is Mike with Easy and Simple. I hope you've learned at least one new tip today. Now that you've taken advantage of these features, you've made your phone much more useful. A quick shout out to all my subscribers. I really appreciate you. Your words of encouragement and your comments have really helped make my day, so thank you. If you haven't subscribed yet, it's free to do. Just click that subscribe button below. I'll leave you with this popular iPhone tips video that you can watch until I see you next time.